Episode 7 of Blerd.Talk, double standards from the men's perspective. This is gonna be interesting.
We need to explain what we mean by that.
Well,
All right, I'll take the ball.
there you go.
So something I noticed from playing MMOs, especially RPGs, armor on female characters versus armor on male characters. Kind of completely atrocious in general, based on how they look, how it functions. It's just completely ludicrous how armor does not cover any part of typically any female character, even in media today, in any type of environment, whether it's like playing a shooter. Like let's take Resident Evil Village, for example. Some of the main characters in there who, are fit for combat and they don't wear anything. But any sort of male biohazard, bioweapon creature definitely has plates of armor on it. And it's just kind of treatment that you don't see going both ways. Where if you saw like Mr. X in a bikini, you'd probably be like, excuse me?
Bro.
I'm just saying.
You seen what's the dude off Soul Calibur? He the only exception, yo.
That's what I mean. He's the one off. How about everyone else? Like what if they did Nightmare in a 2-piece from Soul Calibur?
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Baldo over there be walking in place. Don't even know how that man does it, but he does it.
He just walks in place. Yeah. So it's just a weird stare that's always been there since, I don't know, it's been there for an incredibly long time in my age, seeing things like that.
Women get
past
the
video
best,
games. It's
the best outfits.
Oh, that too. Women characters in general get some of the best outfits I've ever seen in games. You're like, man, what do I get? It's just the color black. Just
T-shirt.
You get like a t-shirt that has mad stats. So yeah, just one example of it there.
Another example.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby versus Cardi B.
What is that in the back?
Oh, that's that's Ghetto Boy. That's
Oh god.
All right, continue.
So anyway, so Cardi. Okay, so Bill, one of the double standards that kind of bothers most people, I would like to assume, that Bill Cosby got caught up in all that mess about putting pills in people's drinks and stuff like that, right? He went to jail. He got X amount of years, however long it is. Cardi B did this, admitted to it, that she did the same exact thing. And nothing that I know of came out of it. That's a sad double standard.
That came out of it. She was trying to survive.
Nothing came out of it, as I said. Nothing came out of it. She got excuses. Okay, so if anything came out of it, she got excuses for why she did it. So it's like the double standard. Like, okay, so it's okay for women to do that because they need to survive. Versus, so does that not work for men? Do men not need to?
No, because we're hired to higher standard. We're supposed to, be better.
Men be better.
Yeah, and not commit crimes.
Don't do any of that.
I just think it should be everybody who drug people should be
held accountable for drugging people.
Yeah, bingo.
Yeah, it's not too hard to say,
Yeah.
I mean, because it's just like that's just, and I'm pretty sure it's being said. I'm pretty sure people are, but it's not. Where's the outrage?
What's that?
That 20 crit happened, sure, yo.
Yeah, it did. Oh yeah, crit happens. But there's no outrage for it. It's completely ludicrous. People are still bumping her tunes, but the moment you mention R. Kelly or play R. Kelly in front of those same people, turn that off. You can't have that happening. Just oh really? But you still bumping everyone else though. That's cool.
Yeah, that's unfortunate as hell. Like that there's, I'm pretty sure there's other examples as far as men versus women. I can't think of anything else.
Oh, there's a video I watched recently. This morning actually. It was a guy. He was explaining himself on how he budgets himself and everything like that. And this girl said. They went on a date and it was a successful date, I guess, the first time. And this girl said that, hey, let's go here to this place the next day. And he looked, did his math, everything, did his budget. He was like, yeah, that's going to go past the budget he wanted to go past if he went on that place. He was like, yeah, but maybe next month, which is like the next week or something like that. And he was like, if we're still talking, or if we're still dating, or if we're still talking, blah, blah, blah. And she didn't reply back. And for like some time, 2 months or something or so. And then like he got on the show and then she messaged him back after the 2 months after he appeared on the show. And it was a men and women talking about it. And like the first thing that women got to, she was like, why would you put if we're still together? I'm like,
because the possibility that you're not.
I was like, that's not the point at hand. Like she didn't message him back when he said that. And they were like getting on his case about those 4 words. And I was just like, sitting there like, what?
Confusing. Because in that case, she wanted a more positive outlook. So like, why put out something so negative instead of looking toward us potentially being together still?
Yeah,
it's like being like, I'll be at work next week, as long as I'm still alive and I'm not buried from COVID. It's like, oh okay, like, yeah, we get that's a possibility, but why are you going around saying things like, oh, I'll make it to work unless I get into a car accident and kill like 4 people? Like, no. Like we get it, but don't specify the negative there.
Yeah.
So that makes sense why they probably got on his case.
Yeah, but back on the topic, that's like people were just like, she was the one who sent that to him, and she was the one that sent him to him. It was like, wait, what? That's kind of weird that you would send that up. It was like, but if a guy like decided, let's go to a cheaper place or something like that, he would get like bashed for it. He gets flack for it, and it's and it's just like you want to go to a more expensive place. I was like, but we would get bashed if we called you like a gold digger or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we go to a cheaper place, you was like, oh, you're cheap. You can't afford me this. It's like I want to live,
I want to my life.
I want to be a responsible adult.
Yes. Yeah. It's like we can't be responsible
without being cheap.
Like it's like,
Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, I'm sorry.
It's interesting, It's just, and it's just funny how that works. Same thing as the daycare thing. I always explain to some people. Just like a man can't watch no kids. It's shunned upon.
Yeah, it's if a man, I'm not even gonna lie. If a man open up a daycare and say, "Hey, I got a daycare," I'm gonna be like,
"Yeah,"
like, you know what I'm saying? It's so. But if a woman, I'm gonna be sus. I say, "Yo, that man sus. He real sus." Go open up a daycare. What you trying to do? What you trying to do to these kids?
Why are you trying to eject this man from the spaceship without seeing him do any task? He just emergency meeting. Hey, yo, eject that dude. Why? He got a daycare.
He got a daycare emergency meeting.
Emergency meeting now.
It shouldn't be like that. Like some people just actually care about kids. Like they actually do care about kids, but they can't go into that field because they're gonna get the public social. Status is gonna get destroyed. He has to think. I heard he's raping no kids. It's like what?
Poor hypothetical dude that's out there right now. I feel for you. I hope even through COVID you're getting business. Oh man.
I mean, they did a movie about that daddy daycare, but they never really touched on that.
That's Eddie Murphy, so we trust Eddie Murphy. We trust Eddie Murphy. Some random guy from the back of an apartment complex. Nah,
why's he gotta be that random though? Like, how he can't just be a well-established dude? There's well-established men out there, Dante. Hold on, man. Are you biased against men and being well off?
No, not against men being well off, but if a man, I'm just saying, if a man opens up a daycare.
Sounds like toxic masculinity.
Right? I know, right? It sounds like there's some toxic stuff here. It doesn't have to be.
I'm gonna have an eyebrow raised.
Sounds like toxic masculinity to me.
Exactly.
And I'm just going. Well, anybody, as far as anybody for daycare, I'm gonna do the research.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, that's.
I mean, if he has like 5 stars, if he's a guy, you're still gonna be suspect of him.
No. If I Google him and he has like 5 stars, I'm like,
see,
okay.
he's like, I'm gonna read the reviews. They might be fake. Let me call this person who reviewed.
I'm gonna review the reviews.
Yeah, that's just another thing. Like, there's a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of them.
Ghost, give us one.
Okay, like I said, there's a lot, and it kind of goes down to like, you know, what a gentleman should be, how a man should be, in typical terms. Like, it's well, frowned upon now with everything. Like, you know, a guy has to hold the door. If a guy tries to hold the door now, they're probably gonna get some slander thrown their way. But
I can open the door myself.
But that's a whole nother conversation. But it still goes down to the fact that it's like some things that if a guy does and you know, a woman does or whatever, it's not seen the same. Like, you know, the guy has to at least pay the bill. If the guy doesn't pay the bill, like you said, he's a cheapskate. Like, bro, like, what? You're not gonna pay? Oh, we're gonna go half? Oh no, I thought no. Okay, you know what? I ain't gonna see you next day. I'll see you later. Like, delete my number. It gets toxic.
Yeah, those who think like that, they definitely is not gonna get a number 2.
Yeah. You know, the guy could be trying to do everything right, you know, hold the door, you know, been a perfect gentleman, but as soon as it comes to that check, and if he even thinks about going
the check is make or break. That check is make or break.
Some would argue you're not the perfect gentleman if you don't cover that bill, though.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can open the door. You can.
That's a part of the perfect gentleman.
You can have 100% chivalry, but if you don't pick up that check, then you're
trash.
You're crucified.
You're doo-doo butter.
I mean, you did everything else.
It's the funniest
pick up
thing.
that check.
Yeah, but if you think about it like this, if the woman decides to pick up the check and you let her pick up the check, you're gonna be frowned upon too.
It depends. I think it depends. I think stereotypically,
there's no win-win situation.
No. The win situation is pay the first date.
Yeah,
that's the win situation.
No, whoever invites who out first picks up that check.
This man.
I mean, we already got a very single community coming out there of my gen, and I can guarantee you the next gen will have a bunch of single people. Ain't no one trying to pick up that tab.
They just looking at it on the table.
Everyone's just staring. Rose, guess I'm doing them dishes today. They know me by a first name basis back there.
It cracks me up.
Tom, you back?
Because it's like it's not even on you. It's like even though the waiters and the waitresses are in on it because they come in with the check.
They hand it right to you as a guy. They hand it to you.
They hand it directly to you,
bro.
They hand it directly to you.
They come through and I look at them, and then they're like, "So who's paying?" And I look at her.
I slide her across the table.
Now, the funniest ones is when they look at both of y'all and they be like, is this for 2 of y'all or
is it combined or is it
combined split?
That's how you know who your true friends are.
You just look at it
and they get that look. You just get that little moment, and then it's just like
everything in the world stops.
Like, you better be reaching for your credit card, your cash,
because that will end anything. That will end the whole. You could have the most perfect date ever. You don't pick up that tab, it's over.
But I think that works. That works from. I've known some men that said that too. If a guy don't pick up the first check, then they're not the ones for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's amazing to me.
Why do you think that is?
I guess I think how they was raised. Maybe they was taught that the men always should pick up the first check. I wasn't taught that. So if you invite me, I'm expecting you. Now my mind is set to, if you invite me, I'm expecting you to pick up the check.
Oh.
Before I thought I always had to pay, and I didn't like paying. So I never went out.
Yeah, of course. And if you don't like the person and you don't like the person, you have to pay. You just like,
and
God,
that's
I have
what-
to
and
pay
that
for
was-
this 2 time.
And yeah, that was my philosophy. That was my thing. Like, why do I have to pay? I don't know if I like you.
I like if it was that
I don't know if I
situation, like
like
I
you
did, if I didn't like the person, I had to pay. I would just pay. Like I'd be like, I would talk to. I would just be like, let order water or drink first, have conversation, some appetizers, see how the conversation goes.
You know, he
And then-
tried
and
to
then, right,
reach in his wallet
and-
for a drink. He said
and then-
water.
And
You
when-
ain't charging
and
me
when-
that fountain drink.
and when I hear some stupid shit come out of my mouth, I'll be like, check for the appetizer. That's all. We didn't even get to the main course.
I'm split between calling y'all cheapskates
Right?
and also being like, yo, you just gotta sometimes when you go out on that first date, you gotta be willing to take that L.
No, I'm
Yeah,
tired
I
of
know.
taking L.
Pretty.
I'm tired of
Yeah.
taking
You're tired of taking.
I'm tired of taking
Well, just
L.
pick someone and be like, all right, however this goes, you the one. And then you can't take anywhere else, or just don't date them. You gotta take some L's. That's how relationships work.
That's why I'm happy I'm in the situation, man. Now, so
Yeah, well, not everyone is there. I'm just saying. So
hey,
they gotta take
devil's
some
advocate,
L's
yo.
before they get.
they gotta take some L's. Yeah, you gotta take some L's.
You gotta hold
as
it on that
is.
dinner plate and on your credit card. All right. Just every
Yeah,
couple
look
of
at
times.
you. You might as well make an L with your fork and knife, bro, because you're gonna be
Man,
taking
the L and a L, a dash, and the last 4 of your credit card. There it is.
I think that it's another double standard where, I mean, this one I don't particularly mind. It's kind of weird, but like men is always supposed to take the trash out.
I think that, yeah.
Bro,
Or
I've
kill
tested
the
that
bug.
so many times in this
And
house.
so I'm
and
just
it
kind of like, where does
sits.
it come from?
I don't know. I guess it's a manly thing to lift objects and put them back down in a different location.
So to me, I don't mind. I mean, I understand. So that's one. That's
you
one
mind
L.
enough to make. You mind enough to.
That's the
mention it,
L.
though.
That's the L I have to take.
You're willing to take that L.
Yeah, that's the L I have to take. That's a battle I don't want to fight.
Yeah.
Like, men.
So,
All right, whatever.
in some situations, I kind of understand. Like that situation, I kind of understand. Like Dante, I said I'd take that L, like, because anything can happen when you take out the trash.
Bro,
I guess.
I can,
But-
like burn a hernia or something when I bend over to pull it out. Like people
I
be jamming those trash cans down. You gotta pull that like anything can happen. You can slip and fall.
Yeah,
Like, come on,
so,
man.
so I guess it's gonna take the most sturdy person to get all this.
The more sturdy sex.
Yeah, the
People
most
act like you're
sturdy
getting
sex,
attacked by a
bro.
raccoon outside. Like someone
Bro,
said, hey,
bro,
bro,
you mean-
I see you take out your trash at
All right,
7.
yo,
Run that pocket.
Alex, I remember.
Yo,
You remember when I took out the trash at your house, and I was like, Alex, there's raccoon
yeah,
in your
raccoon.
trash can, bro.
This is different. We live in the country. There's a whole raccoon chilling in my trash can. I was like, nah, bro.
You
I
probably
come
smoking a
outside and
cigarette.
look. Oh, snap. There is a whole raccoon.
That was funny.
But I think it is. I think that's more the double standards that we face are, I think,
More
because
sturdy.
of how the generations that came before us are like that.
Yeah,
So I guess
society
because-
dictates.
Yeah, so then they pass it down to their daughters or sons.
Daughters or sons.
Either some people are with it, some people not.
Now,
Hey,
now
I
the
got a
next
double
double
standard.
standard,
Nah,
next
nah,
double
nah, let me
standard
steal this
that
one.
needs to be. Go ahead.
Let me steal this one. One of my favorite recent double standards, right, is that women can be called plus size, but I dare you to call one of your male friends plus size and see what happens. I dare you. Call your homeboy up. You find the way you are. You're just a little plus.
What?
That's real sus.
Emergency
sus.
meeting. You just a distance.
That's sus as
Just
hell.
instant.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's impressive how we
Oh.
have this entire media off of this.
Women
Oh,
can
yeah.
call men handsome, but men can't call other men handsome.
No,
I mean, I don't care, but
I do it
there's some insecure people.
I
out
do
there.
it
I'll call
anyway.
them. Yeah,
I do it
there's some
anyway.
pretty
I don't
ass,
give a fuck.
pretty
It's some
handsome
pretty ass
dudes out
dudes,
there.
yo.
So
I ain't
James,
gonna
so
lie.
James, if a dude came up to you like, say, my man, you looking real handsome right now.
Yeah, I
Thank
think
you,
You will
brother.
be James would be
Let's
they
see
probably
what
ready to punch the man head off.
Are you?
That was how I was back when I was younger. But
now.
I'm more tame now. Now I'll be like, okay, thank you, and I move on. But before,
you're in business.
like when I was like in high school, like 18, teens. Yeah. Hey, remember that one party? The guy was looking at me on the side. It was just like had his legs crossed.
Different. He was definitely disrespectful.
That had to be addressed.
That was disrespectful. That was disrespectful.
It was like James is gonna remember this.
That was a whole nother level of disrespect.
Oh man, bro. Afro, remember when we went out to Otakon that one year? We went out to that Walgreens in the middle of the night, and there was these two drunk dudes.
Dog, that was too much, bro. It was like we getting some juice, and this man used some gay dudes right next to us, something, and then like he looked at Alex, he was like, "I'm mighty thirsty," and Alex was like, "Can you take me out? Can you?"
Bro, I put my stuff back and we left immediately. The tire spun on my 97 Altima. I was like, I ain't hungry no more. We going back to the hotel. Going to bed.
I'm mighty thirsty. I was
and then he was like and then he looked at me. Oh, nah.
This is turning south. Yeah. We gotta go.
I'm not effed up enough for this today. We going home. Go back to the hotel.
But another double standard that needs to be put out.
Mm-hmm.
Women don't hit men.
Oh, that?
Don't hit men.
Yeah. Don't
do it. Just don't. If you want to stay awake, just don't do it.
All right. How are each of y'all raised with that? Like, was that a thing y'all were raised with?
No,
like,
you don't pitch your hands.
No, I don't put my hands on a woman. I don't. But my mom quickly changed that whole thing up as I got older. She was like, if she puts her hands on her, I put your hands on you, knock her ass out. I was like, damn.
You know, grow in the hood by chance. Like, was she fighting and scrapping their eyes? I was like, all right.
My father told me before, when I first moved down here to New Orleans, the one piece of advice he told me, he said, domestic violence is a bitch. And then he said, all right.
Your dad has the shortest.
And I was like,
thanks.
But they stuck.
Don't do drugs. You'll go to prison and get raped. Just
what? I remember that one.
And it stuck though. But he was saying the craziest stuff, but it stuck. So and I think never mind, I'm not gonna get into that, but he told me that that stuff he told me about. So I guess to answer Yori's question, men not supposed to put their women.
They're not supposed to. Yeah.
I think because some women know that, they take advantage of that and they get physical.
Yeah, like
my mom, when somebody actually strikes them.
Yeah, my mom when she told me, I know what she jokingly, but I know what she means. But she was like, if it gets to the point where she's just constantly doing it, you got to do something. Either you can push her off or put her in a chokehold or something. But if those aren't working, you might.
I think talk to your mom about levels of escalation.
Not a chokehold. Not a chokehold. Not a chokehold. Not a chokehold. Like something just to not a something just to calm them down. Because that was just me. That's not even my mom's, but that was me. Like, put them in something to calm them down. But if those things don't work, put
them in a Ford Nelson.
It just might come to.
Am I green again?
Yeah, you was.
The first thing I thought when
Reddit's
because I put me in a chokehold, I was like, what if he does it right? Mel Gibson saw what? She falls to the ground, then she just disappears. Where did she go?
Oh,
I'll explain this to the cops.
Yeah, right. But there is some situations where I look at sometimes where men try to stop, and then women just keep hitting them and they're like, stop. And then it's like, I'm like, at that point, it's just like, this man's temper is on. You keep poking the bear, yo, the bear gonna hit you back.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Sure though.
Oh, I had a good cackle there.
I forgot who the football player was that hit that woman, and Whoopi Goldberg defended him.
Oh, Ray Rice, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Ray Rice, and Whoopi Goldberg was like, she was like, you cannot, if y'all want equal rights, you cannot put your hands on a man.
Part of the word being equal. Man will be like, no, it's not what we mean though. It's like, well, I mean, there are things there's good that comes with bad. There's bad that comes with good. It's not gonna be a perfect 1-to-1.
So, are there any closing remarks, comments? Hopefully I'm not green. I'm green. All right. Anyway.
Great.
But anyway.
Have you updated your drivers?
Yes, I have actually. Have you updated your drivers? Because yours was green earlier.
Oh no, that was because I was playing a game.
No. Okay. Well, I'm playing a game too, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
Maybe that's why then.
This guy.
Anywho. Ghost.
Well, we don't have anything else to say, you know. Let us know what y'all think about double standards, you know, from a men's perspective. And, you know, like and subscribe. And here.
Oh my God.
Here. I haven't done it in a while, so I had to, you know.
No, but they're going to see it. They don't. It's
Cut
the video.
Cut it out. Cut that part. Edit them out. Edit it and then put it in reverse to make them look dumb.
Anyway.
Nowski.